Yep. It is Ringside Report MMA. We're previewing UFC 325, Volkanovski versus Lopes. Let's do this.
Let's go!
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
AJ?
The hell? I'm here. Say what?
I don't see you. Is this some
I'm
sort
right
of
there,
joke?
man.
Are you
Is
hiding?
this a joke, dude?
Is this hide and seek, AJ? I don't understand.
Dude, I'm right in front of the camera. You fucking with me? You fucking with me, Will? You fucking with me, Willis?
This is really weird. Fred,
Hey,
what's
Willis?
happening? AJ,
I'm not sure if he's...
Maybe your image is frozen, or maybe you...
You fucking with me, Willis?
Is he joking with us? Like, I don't understand what's going on.
I'm not sure. It seems to be like a joke.
No, this is fucking with me. These guys are fucking with me again.
Okay,
I don't think so.
these
I think
mofos
he's
are
really
fucking with
bugging.
me.
Okay, well,
What?
maybe you should disconnect and come back, AJ.
Is this a joke?
No.
Did you just answer me back, you mofo?
What?
You guys are playing. You're playing one on me.
Reconnect, AJ. Just reconnect, bro.
I don't
I'm gonna have to
understand.
send a message to this guy, man. This guy's always trying to get me. I know it. I know. Let me get the ringside chat. Here we go.
I don't understand. I don't understand what was going on there, Fred.
Me neither, man. AJ and technology. I'm not sure if AJ realizes he was still with us. Did he hear us? Maybe he didn't even hear us. Maybe he was
I don't
talking to
know.
himself.
No, he said he could hear us. But he didn't know where he was. It's like he wasn't there. I don't understand what's going on with AJ. AJ?
Man,
What?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Did you guys pull a fast one on me? Did you just cut me out?
No. Is he on a delay? Is something wrong with AJ?
What is going on?
AJ, can you hear me? This is
Yeah.
terrible.
I hear you like loud and clear.
Okay, cool. This is weird. So, UFC 324 happened. We were all wrong about Justin Gaethje, apparently. Turns
I'll
out
tell you, these guys, man, they got me.
he's still got it in him. He's still got some gas left in
That's what
the
she
tank.
said.
Paddy Pimblett looked really primed to take the spot and head for a fight with Ilia Topuria. It seemed like that's what we were gearing up for. And then Justin Gaethje said, yeah, that's a fun story. Forget it. Here I come.
Forget about it.
Very impressive. Very impressive fight. Great fight. Paddy took a vicious beating. Gaethje now the interim champion, in for a fight with Ilia Topuria. We'll see how that goes. But what a fight it was on Saturday. Really good fight. I saw some of the show. I was at Saturday night's main event, the WWE show here. So I missed a good chunk of the UFC pay-per-view. But I saw the co-main and main event, and they were pretty good fights. Gaethje and Paddy was the best fight. From what I understand, it was the best fight of the night, so I caught the best thing. Pretty good. Good fight. Early candidate for fight of the year, right? Like, how do you top that?
I mean,
Paddy
as far
got
as
dropped
action,
so many times.
yeah, as far as action, it was a very action-packed fight. I think Gaethje, he pretty much won that fight. Like, there was no doubt about it.
No.
And it was a fun fight, man. It was a good fight. Look, I think, if anything, I'll say I think Paddy, when it started, looked a little nervous. He didn't look like himself. And as the fight went on, he looked more and more as if he felt he was worthy of that place. Like at the beginning, I think he was a little nervous, didn't let his shots go properly, things like that. But with time, he got more and more, and he won some rounds. Like, I think he won at least 2 rounds. Well, he won 2 rounds, and Justin won 3, in my opinion. And it was a decent fight. Justin won.
Is the eye pokes, man. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget the eye pokes. That changed the whole game. The solar plexus punch in the first round. I mean, Paddy was not the same after that solar plexus punch. And then the 2 eye pokes, especially one of them.
Punch?
You're allowed to punch in the solar. I think you mean the low blow.
I know. It was right in the solar plexus. Like when Gaethje hit him with that solar. It's allowed, I know, but it did affect Paddy. But I think what affected him more was the eye poke that dropped him to the canvas, and then he got like mounted and got like pounded away. I mean, technically, he should have lost a point.
Yeah, there was an initial eye poke, and then there was a second eye poke on a punch. He kind of scraped the eye with the thumb, did Gaethje, and the referee didn't catch that. And the referee had said after the first eye poke, like, next time you're going to lose a point, but he didn't see it, and it did cut Paddy. So, there's something there, but I don't know if that changed the fight enough to where Paddy would have won had that not happened. I think Gaethje, like Fred said, was so far ahead. He won 4-1 on 2 judges' scorecards, 3-2 on the other. And that's pretty much I saw it 3-2. I thought it was 48-47. I think I gave Paddy the 5th and maybe the 3rd. The 3rd, I think, was the one that they all gave Paddy, and some of them didn't give him the 5th. But I would have given him the 5th and the 3rd. But I thought Gaethje clearly won the first and second round, put a beating on Paddy in those rounds, dropped him several times. 4th round, I think Gaethje came back. And the 5th round was pretty tight.
And
look, it was
the way Gaethje fought. He won the first round, and that was before the eye poke. Like, he clearly won the first round. He set the tempo for that fight. And Gaethje, if anything, I think Gaethje might have went too hard on that first round, and the rest of the match he had to pace himself a little more. But he still dominated a lot of the moments. And clearly,
but Fred. But that's what I'm saying. The first round was like really like a tough round for Paddy because it was the punch that got him right in that solar plexus, man. And that like changed like the flow for him. You could see that he was like gasping for air. It didn't look like Paddy.
Why do you keep bringing up the solar plexus? First of all, I like how you pronounce it. Second of all, but even if that affected him, that's not illegal. Like, it's just like, well, yeah.
I know,
it's like saying, man, the punch to his eye that swole it shut, it really affected him the rest of the fight. It's like, no shit. That's what Gaethje was trying to do.
I know, and I'm not going to take it away from Gaethje. He fought a hell of a fight. The guy, I'm not going to take it away from him, but I don't think Paddy fought his best fight, and you can see that. And you know what? The only thing that came out of there positive for me for Paddy is that he went 5 rounds with pretty much eye poked, couldn't breathe. You could see like he just wasn't there, but he still managed to go 5 rounds with a hell of a beating. And I'm thinking that shows that Paddy could go the distance. You got to kill this guy to beat him. Yeah. But I think that if they meet again, Paddy might, and in my opinion, I think he will take it. Well, if there's no illegal stuff.
I think Paddy's coming out of this with a lot of damage, man. Paddy might not be the same fighter after. These are the type of fights that changes a guy's career. And also to be so close to a title shot, to the title, and not to have it and not to win it, and to get that type of beating. Look, if he comes back better, I'll give him props nonstop. But right now, I think Paddy's probably he's probably facing a situation where he has to fight himself, convince himself that he could be better than he was.
You got to figure he suffered at least one concussion in that fight. I mean, he got knocked around pretty good. His eyes were swollen shut. I saw a picture of him a few days after the fight. I mean, there was some real damage taken there. And like you said, the mental toll being undefeated for so many years, undefeated in the UFC, suffering your first loss in that way when you're so close to the world title. We'll see how he bounces back mentally and physically. As far as the fight itself, his corner was begging him to shoot a single, and he never did. I think that's the only thing you could say about the performance of Paddy. Like, he He fought hard and everything, but he was outmatched on the feet, and his corner could see it, and everybody could see it. And they were saying in between rounds and during the fight, you could hear them single, like they were begging him to shoot a single leg, attempt a takedown, and there was no grappling offense from Paddy Pimblett in the 25 minutes of mixed martial arts there. And that was a bit of a surprise considering that's where Paddy wins the majority of his fights, on the ground, on top, ground and pound, and getting some submissions. And he did not lean on what you would expect would be his A game, which was a surprise. And I don't know if that was part of his plan, but it didn't seem like his corner's plan, because you could hear them throughout several times when he went back to the corner during in between rounds. They were saying, shoot the single, and he never tried. There was was there a single takedown attempt from Paddy Pimblett in this fight? I don't think so.
I don't really.
He decided to stand and bang with Justin Gaethje. Doesn't seem like a smart game plan. You know, I just think Paddy could have fought a different fight. I don't know if he could have fought a better fight. I don't know if what I'm saying would have changed the fight. I'm just saying his coaches were asking for something, and as a fan of Paddy's and MMA, you would expect something a little different than what he gave. He gave a great performance, but it was a bit of a puzzling performance.
No, I agree. And also I think, like as I said, as the fight went on, his striking got better, I felt. But throughout the fight, Justin didn't respect it. Justin just kept going forward and ate whatever Paddy was throwing. Justin ate it, and he was giving it back 2 times. So I think, like, if anything, Paddy still, like, we saw that Paddy probably has some work to do on his striking if he wants to be a champion one day.
Yeah, but I wanted to see him mix it up, you know? Shoot that single.
I just think
I wonder, you know, what they're talking about after the fight, because you could hear it. The corner was asking for it, and it never came.
Look, it was 25 minutes of entertainment, no doubt about it. But again, I thought Paddy didn't fight his best fight, regardless of what we saw. There were a few times that Gaethje was on his heels, and it looked like Paddy could have taken it. But it wasn't Paddy's best fight. I mean, there was a lot of illegal things that happened. I think there's certain things that took him off the game. Again, I'm going to go right back to the first round. That first round, man, there was something wrong. He couldn't breathe. It just wasn't the Paddy that I expected. And look, the only thing that came out of it is that I know Paddy can take a beating, which is very important. Now, you're right. If he comes back on the next fight and he doesn't come and really, show who he is and wins a fight that where people are like, holy shit, that was crazy. Yeah, he could go down south. And Fred's right. You know, a lot of fighters come back from that mental loss and they just can't shake it off. You know, Tony Ferguson, a lot of guys, man, we've seen over time. You know, they just can't get that win.
Yeah.
And, the mind plays with them and all of a sudden, it's all over. But I still have a lot of confidence in Paddy. I think he was a warrior in there, considering that, there was, a couple of rounds where, those eye pokes changed the game.
And look, it might not be all bad for the future of Paddy, because there are a lot of rumors that Paddy will be the one to get the golden ticket to fight Conor McGregor at the White House. There's a lot of talk that off this fight, it will be Paddy LeBaddy versus Conor McGregor at the White House in early June or whatever. So that's
not good, dude.
So that's
not good. If that's the case, Paddy needs to work on it. Paddy needs to work on his wrestling, then I would say, and put McGregor to the ground and tap.
Well,
man, that's not a good fight. That's not a good fight, dude.
The fight he had with Gaethje, he beats Conor doing exactly that.
Probably.
I mean, come on,
dude. Listen, I want to see villain against good guy or whatever. Just putting Paddy against Conor is like taking 2 guys that are fan favorites, and it just you know what I mean? You don't want to see one or the other win or lose. I think Paddy should fight some villain, and Connor should fight some villain. Yeah, exactly. I know, but just having those two guys fighting some other dudes would be much more exciting than right now.
This isn't wrestling, me that, I'm AJ. Like, it's not babyface and baby. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man. I just
two guys with a big fan base.
Two famous MMA fighters, and you make them fight each other. What are you talking about?
I don't like that. I don't like that, man. I don't like
you
this
don't like
fight.
Two famous guys fighting?
I do. I just don't like two famous guys that are fan favorites fighting together. I need to have.
So who's not a fan favorite? Who's a bad guy? If Connor's a good guy, who's a bad guy?
Put him up against like some guy that one of the guys, put them both against the Dagestanians, man. I don't care who it is.
They're
just
bad
something
guys?
like
everybody loves Islam Makhachev.
That's what I'm saying. But
they're not bad guys.
Some people,
who's a bad guy then?
But again,
what are you talking about?
For some people, Connor's a bad guy. For some people, he's a good guy. Some people don't like the Dagestanians. Some people love them.
Why would you put Connor in there? Don't you want to give Connor a guy who's going to stand and bang? Paddy Pimblett has just shown that he can stand and bang with a 37-year-old man and lose. That's exactly what the UFC is looking for.
I know, but it's just like...
What are you talking about?
Give me two good fights instead of one.
It makes perfect sense. So that's the rumored fight right now. So Paddy may have lost, but really won because Gaethje will get a fight with Topuria. Well, he will get Smasherud, and then he will, not make as much money as Paddy will fighting Connor. So who wins really? I got Ilya. I think Ilya would beat Gaethje, right? But then I thought Paddy would beat Gaethje. So what do I know? I don't know anything.
I think Tsarukyan beats all of them. That's what I'm saying. He beats Topuria and he beats Gaethje.
I'd really like to see him fight all those guys. I think they're going to have him fight that Michael Morales first, though. It's going to happen, man. They're going to give Tsarukyan another fight because they're not going to leave Tsarukyan inactive, right? He's not going to just sit around and wait. They're going to put him in another fight.
Is Topuria really coming back? Is his personal life in order right now?
I think so. They're saying Topuria Gaethje is like next. Whenever the next is, but, the next fight for Gaethje, the next fight for Topuria, the next fight for the lightweight championship, is going to be against each other. A unification bout. So Tsarukyan's going to need to find another dancing partner, and Michael Morales is a guy that's got his name out there. Could be him. But I do think Tsarukyan's going to have to fight again. How about Sean O'Malley? He beat Song Yadong in a pretty close fight there. Pretty close. The judges gave it unanimously 29-28 to O'Malley, 2-1. Gave him the first and third round. Gave Song Yadong the second round. First round, pretty close. Third round was O'Malley's. Second round, Song Yadong's. First round, kind of a toss-up. Judges favorably all gave it to O'Malley. All giving it to O'Malley was a bit of a surprise, considering how close that first round was. I don't know, man. Did you think that first round was for sure O'Malley's? Because that's what the fight came down to.
I think that's how I scored.
They all gave it to O'Malley? You scored it to O'Malley? But Song got the takedown at the end of the round, was throwing punches to the body. I don't know.
Look, I scored it for O'Malley, but with that said, I don't think I was very impressed with his performance.
No.
Like, I know they're going to sell us. I told you on the chat, like, the Michael Bisping, Chris Weidman, they were good company guys, man. They kept on selling O'Malley as the next title contender for Peter Yan. And I personally don't like it. I wouldn't give O'Malley a title shot. I know he has a win over Peter, but that win was a little suspect. The decision was like a little bit controversial. And I go back to saying, man, Merab was one of the greatest bantamweights ever, man. You got to give him a rematch. He lost. Yep. Peter won that fight. No, I don't disagree there. Peter won that fight. But with everything that Merab has accomplished, he should be getting the next title shot.
I agree. I would like Sean O'Malley now to have to fight Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar beat Davison Figueiredo on Saturday night. Umar is right up there for a title shot. Sean O'Malley's right up there for a title shot. You know, O'Malley should have to be able to beat these guys. Merab beat Umar. Let's see O'Malley do it. I don't think
that's not a good matchup for him.
It'd be tough.
It's a very bad matchup for him. But you know what, Fred? At this point with Sean O'Malley, it's Merab, it's Petr Yan, and it's Umar Nurmagomedov. They're all bad matchups. They're bad matchups for anybody. They're bad matchups for each other. They're
but
killers.
If you're O'Malley, you're going to choose Peter. If you're O'Malley, you're going to want the Petr Yan because you beat him once.
Yeah.
And that out of the 3 fights, that's probably the one that's most likely to stay standing up.
Yeah.
Because like
Umar, he doesn't want to fight Merab again.
Yeah, and Umar's gonna go with the same game plan that Merab did.
Yep. Yeah, he for sure wants the title shot right away against Petr Yan, and he's gonna angle for it and hope the UFC gives it to him. I don't think they will, but they might.
I think they will. I don't want it, but I think they know there's money to be made.
Man, not giving it to Merab, skipping Merab, and giving it to O'Malley right now is so UFC, cool. But also very rude. Very rude. They should not do that. I would not be too happy, but hey, the UFC's not in the business of making me happy. Not anymore. They used to be. I don't know what happened. What happened to UFC?
Paramount.
UFC, what happened to you?
I read that Montreal is being considered for that May card again, so they might be coming back in May.
Nice.
What are they going to do? What could they possibly do? Give me
O'Malley, Petr Yan.
Nah. Give me Islam. Give me Topuria and Gaethje. Like, I'd buy a ticket for that shit. You know what I mean? You give me Topuria and Gaethje, I'm going, I want to see that. That'll be good, you know? Let's buy one of those loges. Living it up, AJ. No, we can't afford it.
I was at the loge the last time, dude. I was living it up big time.
Yeah, you got a free ticket to that loge. You didn't buy that loge.
Listen, man, I was there. Free booze, free food, man, and lots of entertainment.
What a superstar you are. Cool. So all our parlays got busted by Justin Gaethje, and
damn,
Gaethje. It was a good night of fights. I didn't see really any of the others. Waldo, Cortez, Faldo, Acosta beat Derek Lewis. Pretty bad performance from Lewis from what I saw.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, man. Waldo, like he might be a contender at some point, man. That was a nice win for him, man.
Yeah,
he's got talent.
Well, contender to who? I mean, there's like a blind champion and Cyril Gann waiting for nothing. I don't know what's going on with the heavyweight title. John Jones is somewhere. I mean, I don't know.
Johnny.
Tom Aspinall. Dana White said Tom Aspinall's having some eye surgery again. Like, I don't.
It's not good, man. Sad. It's not good.
I'm so sad with the heavyweight title picture. Like, it had so much promise.
But throughout the UFC history, the heavyweight has often had some of these stories, whether it's Randy Couture back in the days, Brock Lesnar being sick. There's always something, man.
Yeah. Tim Sylvia, all sorts of weird shit. Anyways.
It's a fighting game, man. There's always a story.
Yeah, but the heavyweight division of the UFC is like totally cursed. It's never worked. And it's still not working.
Very exciting, but I mean, yeah.
When they can get it together, they can never get it together. I mean, the longest reigning champion in the history of the division has defended it, 3 times? Champions don't last. Nobody lasts in the heavyweight division. They call Stipe the greatest ever because he defended the belt 3 times. Cain Velasquez, who I think is really the greatest UFC heavyweight of all time, he only defended it like twice. Nuts. And Cain was the best. Peak Cain versus peak Stipe. If you pick peak Stipe, you're wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're just wrong. Right?
Cain was the man.
He was
the king.
Man.
Derek Lewis. What do you think about
versus
Derek?
Pereira. John Jones versus Pereira probably at the White House, I'm reading.
Yeah?
I'm reading that it's a rumor right now they want to do a super fight.
Do you think there's any shot that they do John Jones and Conor McGregor on the same show?
100%. It's White House, dude. I told you, it's got to be the greatest show ever. It's got to be something that we're going to talk about until we retire from the sport.
Man, if I'm the UFC, I'm leveraging John Jones. I would they're probably putting it out there. Like, I feel like the UFC could leverage John Jones against Conor McGregor. Be like, look, Conor, we don't really need you. We've got John Jones. And say, look, John, we don't really need you. We've got Conor McGregor. And then lower the price.
You don't need to, Dave, at this point. Yeah. You get both, man. It will be instant, of course.
Conor might get injured. Conor might get injured, pull out. John Jones might get arrested.
You need something. You're right. You need to back it up, man. You need the backup to the backup and another backup just in case.
John Jones, if he gets arrested, I mean, the fights at the White House, they just take care of that. It's free.
Pardon?
Yeah, immediate pardon. Seems like you can get away if you have the weight of the federal government. It seems like you can get away with a lot in the United States. So John Jones is probably fine, right? Seem to get away with anything. Those federal government people. So stick to fighting. Volkanovski and Diego Lopes coming up on Saturday in Sydney, Australia. How about it?
Down under.
How about it? A rematch we didn't want.
Yeah. Yep. What's UFC 326? I mean, what's Oliveira and Max Holloway? Fuck.
Not much better.
No. What's UFC 327?
Nothing.
Nothing. It doesn't exist. I mean, it exists, but who knows? What's UFC 328?
Yeah.
Also doesn't exist. Wow. None of these shows exist yet. And the ones that do exist, I wish didn't.
And 328 is the one rumored for Canada that might be coming for Montreal.
Okay. Well, they're really putting no fights on any of these big fight night shows or pay-per-views or whatever, so they probably will load up that White House card with all their good fights. They could do that. Maybe that's the new business model. Just have, like, kind of mid-level fights all year, mid-level fight cards all year, and just do one, like, Super Bowl type event that everybody in the world has to watch.
Exactly, Dave.
That's how you drive people to buy the streaming service for a year or whatever, or a month.
Exactly. It's all about the entertainment in the end, and that's what Paramount is all about.
Do you think that's that's a new move now because they're with Paramount? They just go, we're just going to do a bunch of shows throughout the year. That'll be okay. We'll have some good fights on them, but then we'll do one show a year that'll be nuts. That'll be like they do a UFC 300 type event every year.
Exactly.
A Super Bowl you have every year, see man. It. Everybody in the world wants to watch it because there's a big fight on it that they have to see.
It's like their WrestleMania, UFC Mania.
Exactly.
And that's a way to get people to sign up for Paramount Plus, and that's really the whole point. And then they stick around for the other events that are, pretty good. But it's like, if you're already a UFC fan, you've signed up to Paramount Plus in the States, right? But if you're just like a mainstream MMA fan that may have not signed up for Paramount Plus, all of a sudden you hear like, ooh, Conor McGregor and John Jones and this guy and that guy, all these guys I've heard of, they're all fighting on this one show, and I can watch it for like $9 because that's what it is to sign up for a month. All of a sudden you have like 1 million new subscribers, 2 million new subscribers, which is what Paramount Plus is looking for. That might be the new scheduling model for the UFC. Do one mega show a year. You look at what Netflix is doing with a Jake Paul fight against a Mike Tyson, or Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua or whoever. You do one fight a year. It does huge numbers. Everybody in the world talks about it. And it's worth a lot to you because it drives up subscribers. That might be the move.
Makes sense. Makes sense, Dave.
Yeah.
It's total sense. I mean, we're off of really the pay-per-view model. I mean, here in Canada, we still have the pay-per-view model for I don't know how long. I don't think it's going to go too long, to be honest.
Hope not.
I think Paramount.
Well,
exactly.
What I can tell you, AJ, you don't really know.
What?
And nobody knows. Because they signed a new deal with Sportsnet, which is going to carry through in Canada through several years. They signed a multi-year deal in 2024, and no one really knows how many years that is. And it's not public information. So we don't really know. No, literally, I mean, some people within the UFC and Sportsnet, I'm sure they know. But we don't know. The public does not know how long the deal is with Sportsnet, which is really frustrating. Like, we don't even know if there's an end date to this. UFC's charging us $80 a pay-per-view in Canada, while it's $9 a month for all of the UFC library, including the numbered events or the pay-per-views in the States.
It's actually more than 80, Dave.
Whatever.
But
the point is, steal it.
Stream it.
Yeah, because what the hell? It's ridiculous.
Well, that's why they're going to end up going towards that model. Because of the fact that everything is being pirated and there's no way to stop it. So let's make some money. You do it that way. You provide what Fred said was the Fight Mania. I think that's a great name. And you set it on a particular day. That one day of the year is really the WrestleMania of the UFC. And you pack it in with the craziest things. And you even bring in some legends. I mean, I could see somebody stepping in for that one fight, like a Ronda Rousey against, I don't know, Amanda. Just like something crazy where you're like, holy shit, man, you got to see this.
Well, you do something like the White House card, like the Sphere, one of these cool shows where a lot of the big stars want to fight because it's an attraction for them.
And you do it on July 4th,
to draw in some big fighters.
That's the way you do it, Dave. You do it right in the summer, right on July 4th, like a huge day. It's a holiday. There's a lot of people. Like, this is when you do it. You got to do it on a symbolic day.
Traditionally, the UFC's biggest fights of the year have always been July 4th weekend. It's International Fight Week, they call it. So, yeah.
Right, and that's where
that would make sense to do their biggest show of the year on that weekend. That's usually when they do it. So, yeah, I agree. But, yeah, I think, the UFC's old model was more like spread the love. Try to make each show big so you could drive up pay-per-view buys. But now that you don't have to sell pay-per-views, I think you just kind of do a trickle throughout the year, and then one mega show at some point in the summer, and then trickle the rest of the year. Give you decent fights, but nothing crazy.
Well, it's like 326. When you look at the card, it's like
nothing crazy.
A decent card, but nothing crazy. But you still got Max Holloway against Chucky Olives, and you'll have a Brian Ortega there. You've got the RDR. So it's like it's a good, like, if you're going to be watching that card on
let's
Paramount,
look at
it's
UFC
like a good card. Come on.
Okay, UFC 325 coming up Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're doing a watch-along at 9 o'clock, so get ready for that. Get ready. We'll see what the watch-along is like in this new era. We've got pay-per-view at 9. Alexander Volkanovski defending the UFC featherweight title against Diego Lopes. It is a rematch. Volkanovski's last fight was against Lopes, and they're running it back. It was back in April of 2025. Volk won a unanimous decision. Diego then went on to beat John Silva by TKO, and now he's getting another title shot. In Australia, the home of Volkanovski. Dan Hooker, Benoit Saint Denis co-main event. Rafael Fiziev, Mauricio Hufi on this card as well. Then you got Tai Tuivasa versus Taliesin Teixeira, and Jamie Mullarkey versus Quillian Salkild.
Ooh, he's good, that kid.
Quillian
Salkild, man. Last I saw, he was around a minus 700. So, I mean, that shows you this kid is something.
Salkilid. Quillen.
Okay.
Cool.
Don't Quillen me.
Yeah, I don't really know him. But maybe he's good. We'll see. But the main card, the pay-per-view, like, I don't know how many people in Canada are going to look at this and go, yeah, I'm going to spend $90 on this show. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So Paramount, $9 in the States or whatever, that's fine. $80 here, it's like, what? I don't know.
For one night, you're right.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. Makes more sense to steal it. That's what I'd say. Not that I would ever.
Not that you're encouraging
it.
Not that you're encouraging it.
I'm not encouraging. Well, maybe I'm encouraging it. Yeah, I'm encouraging thievery.
All right.
Be a thief. Do thieving of big evil companies. They won't notice. It's okay.
Captain Jack Sparrow, man. Dave Sparrow. That's what we're going to call you from now on. Captain Dave.
Arr, matey. No, I don't actually do the pirating. The only pirating I do is on the high seas, my friends. Okay. I don't know about pirating. I don't know about the high seas. What you got, Volk? I got Volk because, like, why not? It's Volk. Seems like a pretty solid pick. He's got to be the favorite.
How old is he? 37 years old? 38 years old?
He's 78, actually.
I mean, you see, we were saying earlier that Merab should get the next rematch. If Lopes got the rematch, Merab needs to get his rematch. Because Lopes really... There was no argument for Lopes getting an immediate rematch. I think John Silva would have been a more logical choice because he never fought Volk. So, look,
yeah, but Lopes just beat him.
Yeah, that's true. I don't expect that fight to go any different than the first one. Volk's going to win, I feel, by decision. Probably win every round, or at least 4. And that's my pick for that fight.
Yeah. Volk decision seems like the move. AJ, any other thoughts on the fight? Like, this fight should have been either Volk versus Laurent Murphy or Volk versus Movsar Evloev. Now, Movsar and Laurent are going to fight each other in March, and the winner of that fight should face the winner of this. Movsar is 19-0, just beat Aljamain Sterling. I don't know why this guy is not getting a title shot. When they gave this fight to Diego Lopes instead of Movsar Evloev, everybody went, what? Why? It should have been Movsar or Laurent, and instead it's Lopes, but, whatever. Movsar and Laurent are going to fight now, and the winner of that better get a title shot, or the UFC should be sued for promotional malpractice, quite frankly. Like, it's just... it's absurd. Like, if they don't give the... seriously, if they don't give the winner of Laurent Murphy and Movsar the title shot, they're fucked as a promotion. It's over. They're done. They can't recover from that. No one will ever respect them. So they have to do it.
It's a tough one.
I don't even care. Like, if Volk loses and they go, rematch with Lopes, let's do the trilogy, I'm going to go, what the fuck? No, dude. Move on.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough night, but, I mean, it was so close to the last one, but the thing with Lopes, he's so hittable, but he's got everything. He's got the reach, he's got the height, but, let's not forget who Volkanovski is. I mean, this guy is a beast. He used to be a heavyweight at one point, I mean, literally in rugby. I mean, at 37 years old, he looked amazing. Mind you, he hasn't fought in over a year. But when you look at Lopes, when he was fighting Silva in his last fight, I mean, if it wasn't for that spinning elbow, it could have been a different story. So I think, with the home crowd, with the whole, the flight, the time difference and all that is going to be a factor for Lopes.
Yeah.
I think, Volkanovski has a great edge, not fighting just because he's fighting in his own country, but he's got all the environmental factors behind him and as much to say is the will. This guy has a will and he wants to be champion, really a champion in his home country. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think, Volkanovski was a beast for a reason, and his game is still not over. I think he'll win this.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple more fights, but this guy is, he's a real champion. And I think, not to take away from Lopes, he's a great fighter, but you're right. You mentioned a couple names that deserve that shot more. But we don't want to see a trilogy, and I don't think there will be a trilogy. I think it's going to end on Saturday night. Everything's going to be down under, Dave.
Yeah.
You want to see my knife?
I think Volk probably gets it. I would mention the age difference. Volkanovski 37 and Diego Lopes 31. But that was the exact same age difference between Paddy and Gaethje, and it worked out for Gaethje. So I see no reason why it wouldn't work for Volkanovski.
And the age difference between Volkanovski and Lopes has not changed from fight to fight. So
no,
that's true. That's usually how that works.
Yeah, but you know what? It's.
Are you sure, AJ?
Look, it's just No, I'm just saying 37 to 31. It's not a huge difference in the sense of, it's very close in age. But I just think that 31 for Lopes, this is
35. This is where you start to dip.
Yeah, you're right. But did we look at Volkanovski? Did he look like he was dipping in the last fight with Lopes?
No, he looked good. So that's why I'm picking him to win.
He looked good.
He is the favorite right now, minus 140. Some other fights on this card. We got Dan Hooker taking on BSD. Benoit Saint Denis. BSD minus 370. The favorite against Dan Hooker. That seems about right to me. I know the BSD is coming in. He's going to be the out-of-towner with Hooker at home in Australia from New Zealand, but, pretty close. And he's coming off a loss to Arman Tsarukyan. Before that, though, Hooker had won 3 straight. I just think BSD is going to be a little too much for him. A little too big, a little too strong. Hooker, a former 145er. I don't love him at 155.
Me neither. I'm interested in this fight because in his last fight, Hooker against Tsarukyan, a lot of people were saying that him and the UFC were a little bit at odds, and the UFC pretty much fed him to Tsarukyan. So are they doing the same thing against BSD? I'm not sure. BSD is not as solid as Tsarukyan, so I think this is probably a closer matchup. But no, Benoit Saint Denis should win. On paper, he's the better.
Yep. I got BSD. I want to do some parlays here before we move on to other business. Parlays, AJ. You got one for me? You got 2 for me?
I've got actually quite a few for you tonight.
No, I just want one.
No. We're gonna go the AJ way because I came close. Listen, man, if Paddy would have won by submission, man, I hit every one of those on that long card. You know what I'm saying? Gaethje effed me. If I would have just got that submission win, it would have been a nice payout. But
if Paddy would have won, all of our parlays would have come through. I mean, we would have had a triple Paddy header to win by submission.
And I mean, he wasn't close to a submission any time in the fight. So
no. That's why I'm blaming it on the solar plexus punch. But anyways, so you want me to go first, boys? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to be going with Volkanovski, starting from the top, making my way down that. I was going back and forth between Hooker and BSD, but let's be honest, BSD is probably going to rock Hooker. Hooker talks a big game, but I don't think it's going to work that much against the BSD. So I'm going with him. I'm going to stay away from the Fizier fight and the Houfi, but I'm going to go further down, and I'm going to go with Talison Teixeira, man. I think Talison, should be able to take this. I mean, Ty has lost 5 straight. It can, it's going to be tough, man. And then I'm going to go with the Quillen Skalakid or Salkild. I'm not even sure how you say it. I mean, but if Jamie Malarkey actually pulls it off, it's a pretty good payout. But I'm going to go with the Quillen. And then I'm going to go even further down, Dave. I'm going all the way down. I'm going to go with the Billy Elikana with Billy.
Who?
in the prelims. Billy Elicana over Junior Tafa.
Billy Elicana minus 260. Okay. Is
And
that it?
Then
what?
No, man. I'm not ending it there. I'm going all the way. I'm going down under, bud. I'm going to go with the Cam Roston. I like this guy. So I think he's going to dominate this fight over Cody Brundage. That's my pick. I could have even went further down to the Malkin and the Finney fight, but I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to start off the night with the Cam Roston and all the way to the Volkanovski win.
Why are you staying away from the Finney fight? Finney fight.
Finney, man, that guy is a beast, but still, man, you look at Malkin, he's a legit wrestler, man. Great grappling skills. He's able to defend him. Finney might get gassed out, and that's where I think he might lose. But if Finney can really clock him, he might end up winning.
Like Finney.
I think I like Finney too, but
yeah. Okay, here's AJ's parlay. It's BSD. It's Cameron Roston. It's Alex Volk. It's Quillen Salkid. It's Taliesin Teixeira. It's Billy Elicana. Look at all these fights. 6-fight parlay from AJ. This is banana. 20 would get you 106.64. It's a plus 433 parlay. 6 fights. BSD, Roston, Volkanovski, Salkid, Teixeira, and Elicana.
There you go, my dingo.
Hey, don't call me a dingo. You fucking dingo.
Don't be a dingo.
Hey, you fucking dingo, bro. Fred, what do you got? You got
Give me a Crocodile Dundee.
Much simpler. I got Alex Volkanovski, and I'm going with Rafael Fiziev. Man, I'm seeing some pictures of him. I'm not sure what he's been. Man. I'm not sure what he's been taking, but he looks fucking jacked right now. So Fiziev and Volkanovski. That's mine.
Volk and Fizzy.
I was gonna go with Fiziev too, Freddie, but it was gonna be close. I can see this going to the decision for Fiziev, but it's a tough one.
I'm a little off on the fight nerds, man. I like John Silva, but all his barking and all that, man. Somebody needs to tell him, come on, man, stop it, man. Act like a human being, man. That barking is not very cool, man. No, it's not.
Who let the dogs out?
And people have to stop thinking it's cute or whatever. It's fucking acting like an idiot. Come on, John.
What'd you think about him jumping off Arnold Allen's back?
Same thing, man. Why you gotta
I thought it was
like
fun.
That, man?
It was funny, actually.
Act like that?
It was funny.
It was funny.
It's cringe at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes him more famous though. That clip goes
his picture
viral.
That they took, man. Did you see
Pictures, videos, man. It makes him more famous. It raises his profile. If you're not going to get the knockout, raise your profile some other way. I don't know. I thought it was fun. It's embarrassing.
He was soaring like an eagle in that picture, man.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. All right. So your parlay is Fizzy and Volky. Right? 2 fights?
Yep.
20 gets you 66.94.
Not bad. That's a nice payout.
Fizzy minus 175. That fight nearly a pick'em. Fizzy slight underdog in that one. Hoofy minus 125. Slight favorite, but not really. Okay, I guess it's my turn. Hold on. Let me take a picture of this so I can send it to the group chat, AJ, so we can have it for the records, because AJ's always trying to be like, no, I picked this guy, he won. Then we find out AJ's lying again. All right, I'm going to go with Volkanovski, and I'm going to go with Benoit Saint Denis, and I'm going to go with Torres Finney.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going with him. I'm rolling.
Want to lose?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm living dangerously. Benoit Saint Denis minus 370. Volkanovski minus 140. Finney plus 120, giving you a little underdog action. Making it fun. 20 gets you 95. 81. How about it?
He's a beast, Finney, man. There's no doubt about it. When you see him, you're like, holy shit.
So why are you fucking with my picks, man.
But it's his fatigue that bothers me, man.
It's my fatigue that bothers me.
If he exhausts Finney, man, it's like you'll get the win. But yeah, I mean, Finney has to like maul him in the first round.
I got you. We'll see. All right, well, we'll be back Saturday night, 9 p.m. for the watch-along of UFC 325. And I'll be back tomorrow night. We got a big weekend ahead on the Ringside Report Network. I'll be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m., with Johnny North to preview WWE's Royal Rumble. It's Rumble weekend already, and we're going to preview the Rumble tomorrow night here on the channel. And then Saturday, we'll do a Rumble post-show. And then right after the Rumble, so sometime Saturday evening, maybe 5, 6 o'clock, I'm guessing, we'll do a Rumble post-show. I'll take a little break, have a little meal, and then we'll do the UFC watch-along a couple hours later at 9. So I'm going to be very busy on Saturday. It's going to be a busy weekend of combat sports.
You're a trooper,
with
man.
The Royal Rumble and UFC 325 all going down. And we'll be here for you on the Ringside Report Network. Shout out to Lior and Angelo and Johnny North and Jason Pete and all the members over at join.ringsidereport.net and membership.ringsidereport.net. Please support the channel. It keeps us going. I heard the guy coming in to the show introducing us, being like, please support the channel. Your $5 a month could keep us going for another 20 years in the game. And
25, actually.
And I go, another 20 years? Are we really doing another 20 years? I don't know if I'm going to be alive another 20 years. Seems
Take it easy there, David Simon.
Well, I'm tired. So, but we do support, appreciate the support, and please do support the Ringside Report Network because we are a fan-supported, viewer-supported channel, and we have production costs and we have all that kind of stuff. So please do support the channel. Keep ringsidereport.net as one of your favorites. Check that out. Check our website, ringsidereport.net. Support the channel. Support the Ringside Report Network. This time of year, it's cold outside. We need your support. So thank you. Hopefully we can keep going another year or two, and then, we'll reevaluate. All right? We'll see you again soon here on the Ringside Report Network.
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word. Please share this episode on whichever social media platform you use. Add a comment below and consider reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net. Hope to see you again next time, and have a good night.